Hi, and thank you for joining us today to learn more about climate. I'm Lucy Noble, and I've dedicated the past 11 years of my career in reducing greenhouse gas emissions through developing innovative programs and creative campaigns to shift users to more sustainable travel options. Now, I want to raise awareness about environmental issues and the urgent need to address climate change. I'll be talking to experts in this field and sharing key insights in bite-sized pieces with you. I invite you to join me on this journey to understand and combat climate change, where each episode brings actionable insights and solutions. And today we're talking to Lucy Liu. Hi, Lucy. Lucy has a diverse professional background encompassing 15 years of financial accounting, operations, and sustainability. Previously, she worked at tech startups to companies like X and Google. Currently, she's a consultant for startups in operations and enterprise companies in sustainability data analysis. So, hi, Lucy. Welcome. So, please tell us, why are you interested in climate?
Thank you for having me. And why I'm interested in climate is that no one is immune to climate change. We all live on this earth. For myself, it was an epiphany when I decided to start a family and realized what is the biggest gift we can give our next generation? And that's a safe place to live.
I totally agree. Yeah. And how did you get into this field?
I first used what I knew from my tech days of product design and startup. So I created a mobile app that gamifies sorting waste. Then I wanted to be an insider in terms of the big picture of what is happening to the climate and all the levers. So I got a master's at Columbia University.
And what did you get your master's in?
My master's is in sustainability management. And what that is gives you the full picture of all the levers in terms of climate, in terms of how you calculate these emissions, and then also the social justice aspect as well.
Excellent. And tell us, what is the most important thing anybody can do right now to affect climate change?
So as an average consumer or citizen, there are so many levers in climate that change. So I would say if you were to put all your energy into at least one thing, focus it on votes in public policies, because one policy can change and affect the entire country. And then that could also affect other countries as well.
So could you give me an example of what policy has made an impact like that?
For example, I worked for the city of New York, and at the time they had the most aggressive carbon reduction law. And other cities watched us to see how we implemented these laws. And then they implemented the same law. And that shows a trickle effect of one law affecting multiple cities. Another example is the SEC is now requiring or proposed to require public companies to report on their climate information, their carbon information. So that's also another example of one law that can affect many, many companies or people. Now companies are looking more in depth into how they are emitting carbon emissions and how they hire for these experts. So another specific law I want to mention is California has recently in 2023 passed two bills actually. One is that companies over 1 billion in revenue are required to disclose their carbon emissions, direct and indirect carbon emissions. And then the second one is to disclose climate-related financial risks for companies that have over 500 million in revenue.
Well, that's great to hear the examples about New York and California leading the charge on creating policies that can really make an impact. And I love that the other cities or states are then following in those footsteps. And for listeners, I'll add a link below in the description if you're interested to learn more about these examples that Lucy mentioned. So Lucy, so what is your call to action for our listeners? What should we be doing right now?
Yes. So what we can do is vote. And actually voting is understanding what the bills are in place and to propose is really hard. If there was one action I would like you to take is to take 10 minutes a day to learn about who your local representatives are, who are climate oriented and science-based. They will be going out to vote on behalf of you in climate bills. So you really want to get to know who they are. You want to make sure you vote for these representatives in your city or state.
Excellent. And do you have any resources that you recommend for us to look at when we're deciding on bills and or learning about bills and things like that?
A good example of a thorough website is nycvotes.org. It's very user-friendly in understanding who the representatives are who are running for office and what the bills are. And I'm mentioning NYC, but definitely look at what your local websites might be.
Great, thank you. Any last words of advice?
My last word of advice is keep understanding what the climate science is and voting on the representatives that best voice climate-oriented and science-based.
Great. Thank you, Lucy, for the insightful discussion. And to our audience, if there's a particular topic related to climate change that you're passionate about or curious to learn more about, please leave a comment below. Your input really helps shape the future of our episodes and ensuring that we're covering issues that really matter to you the most. And don't forget to subscribe and join us next week for more insightful discussions. And let's explore solutions and take action for a healthier planet. Thank you and bye.